Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome. Happy Solstice.
Happy Solstice, everyone.
We're just going to give it a few seconds for you all to start streaming in.
How are you guys doing today? It's such a beautiful, bright day in our city.
Let us know if this is your first solstice ceremony with us or if you've been in all our solstice ceremonies. Yesterday, a few people emailed us and said, of course, we're going to be there. We've attended every single solstice ceremony in the last 6 years. 2019, December was when we did our first solstice ceremony. It was from Costa Rica. It was overlooking the ocean. And hey, everybody. Happy solstice to you guys as well. So is this your first solstice with us, or have you been to every solstice with us, or are you somewhere in the middle? Let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know who you are. I see Janos, Merlin, Dilara. I see a lot of regulars, Malia, Timon. How have you guys been, you guys? June. So lovely to see you all. Amazing. This is your first ceremony with us. Well, welcome. We'll just give it a few more seconds. Raphael is in the house from Switzerland. So nice to see you. South Africa, my second ceremony with you guys. Amazing. We feel your love. Who else? England. Who else is in the house? North Idaho. Nice.
So it's summer solstice in the northern hemisphere and winter solstice in the southern hemisphere. So we wish you guys blessings. We wish you guys peace, abundance, and solstices are a time where community gets together, community gathers, and we set collective intentions for and prayers for our own personal lives, as well as sending prayers to planet Earth. As you guys know, that Earth is going through some of the most tumultuous times in our history. We're going through a period of great cleansing, transformation, evolution. And while this is an exciting time, this is also a very stressful time for some people. So we're here to ease that difficulty with some healing frequencies.
So today we'll be together about 90 minutes or so. We have a lot of messages to share with you. We have some activations to share with you. And we just want to all commune as a soul family. Like we're all just here as ascension agents, as wayshowers of humanity. So before we do anything, let's just get you all saged. So just taking a few deep breaths. Connecting to the gratitude in your heart. Take a moment to tune into what you are most grateful for and be very deliberate about it. Think of all the members in your family that you are so grateful for, that you may have just forgotten. Think of all the blessings in your daily life that you are so grateful for, that you may have overlooked. Think of the bed that you sleep on every night. How much comfort it gives you versus the homeless person on the street that sleeps in the cold in guinea sacks. Think of the meal you just ate and how that meal, even though we take that for granted, many people on the planet don't have access to. Think of your life. The fact that you are on this planet at this historic time, very historic time, where so many millions of souls couldn't make it. And as you go into gratitude, just allow ease to come into your system. May this sage cleanse away, burn away, and transmute anything in your aura, anything in your chakras, in your light body that is not meant to be here today. Junmai says, grateful for EldoRa and Siman's big family. We're so grateful for you as well. I'm so grateful for my community, for all of you who are here to be wayshowers in the Ascension, for all of you who are here to not just stay small and stay stuck, but who are showing up in adversity, who've been through so much challenge in your lives. Every single one of us, you guys, if there's one thing that connects us all, it is that we have been through so many challenges. I was just talking about sending compassion for the person on the street who doesn't have a place to sleep. That was me. I ran away from home at the age of 18, believe it or not. I was from a very cold-hearted, slightly emotionally, I say slightly, but very emotionally abusive family in Bangalore. I ran away at the age of 18. I said, I can't do this anymore. I ran away from home with nothing in my pocket, just a few rupees. And somehow the angels helped me. I got a bus ticket. I went to Bombay, Mumbai. I slept on the streets for 2 nights, but most of the night, somehow, someplace, somebody let me sleep. Literally, strangers let me sleep in their house. I was safe. I was protected. I was happy. But many people are not as happy and blessed as us. And I just wanted to start off with this sense of gratitude because Katie says, I'm so grateful for Metatronic healing, life-changing. Thank you, Katie. It's so nice to see you guys here. Exactly. Linda says, I have more than my share. And one of you says, I am so emotional right now. It is a good thing to be emotional because when you're emotional, your heart is opening. It's blossoming. And sometimes we take away, we go into so much fear, we go into so much control, we go into so much worry. We try to control everything and we forget how blessed we are. How blessed we are. We forget that this too shall pass. We forget that we've been through worse and we've all made it, have we not? We've all come to this point, not just in our lifetime, but in human history. And that's why we say history is in the making.
So when it comes to history, we'd like to remind everyone of the importance of Solstice and the power of activations that we do together as a soul family when we come together in prayer, song, and celebration. In ancient times of Atlantis, approximately 50,000 years ago, we were in the last golden age, and that's where we had reached the heights of civilization, not only in terms of technology, but also in terms of spirituality. And today, one of the fundamental differences between the golden age of Atlantis 50,000 years ago and the time today is that we have reached our height of technology, but we are zero in our spirituality, which means we've forgotten our spirit, we've forgotten our connection with God, and we've forgotten our connection with nature. And we just use nature for our greed, for our advantage, for taking from Mother Earth without planting the seeds for the future. And we are now realizing that the logical masculine mind, which has dominated our civilization, can only take us this far. We are reaching this glass ceiling where humanity has mastered the lower 3 chakras. We know the root chakra, we know how to survive. The sacral chakra, we know how to procreate and enjoy sex. And the solar plexus, we know how to grow in our power. We know how to step on other people's feet. We're using our solar plexus in a negative way, not in the divine way. We know how to take power from others. We know how to impose our will on the weak so we can grow and rise. It's a zero-sum game of I win, you lose. So now humanity is at this threshold where we're realizing, hey, this way of living is going to destroy our civilization. It's going to destroy our future generations. It's going to destroy our planet. We need to really seriously wake up spiritually and realize that what we've been doing, the way things have been progressing on our planet, fundamentally needs to change. And in order to know where to go, we have to look to the past. How were we thriving as a civilization before? Maybe we should follow the same principles. So in ancient times of Atlantis, 50,000 years ago, when there was a golden age, we had reached the heights of spirituality. We had many priests and priestesses had dedicated their lives to cleansing their mind, body, and soul, to coming together in ceremony, to fasting and cleansing their bodies, especially close to sacred ceremonies and solstices, so that we can be in greater communion, harmony with the divine, harmony with our own divine self, opening our hearts to each other, forgiving each other, sending healing prayers to our planet, and remembering that we are not in a competition with each other. We are each other's best resource. We are each other's best allies. And humanity was designed to function together. This way of separating ourselves and making each other's enemy and looking at strangers as a threat is artificial indoctrination that has been inseminated into our consciousness. The way our society is fragmented today is not our natural way of being. It's a psyop that's been inflicted upon us. And our natural way of being is looking at each other as brothers and sisters, as fathers and mothers, as divine children of God. We're all the same, regardless of our caste, color, or creed. And the importance of solstice is that in the times of Atlantis, when we came together on these powerful vortex points, when the sun was shining directly as the closest point to Earth, and we come together to harness the power of this powerful vortex that we call the solstice, this allows us to amplify our prayers. And whenever a powerful group of light workers who are in heart coherence, who share common interests of peace, sovereignty, abundance, respect for all life, and wellness for each other, wellness for ourselves, love for our community, love for all sentient living beings, when we come together to share and generate this positive love and amplify it throughout the world, these prayers are not just disappearing into nothingness. They're not just like poof disappearing. That's what scientists will tell you. Scientists who are just logical oriented, they will laugh at our prayers and say, what are you guys doing? Are you guys nuts? Like, these prayers don't mean anything. They're just words. Nobody's hearing them. You're not making any difference. But now, even science is having a revolution. Many scientists are waking up spiritually and realizing the power of our collective thoughts, intentions, and prayers. And we are realizing that humans are the guardians of this planet. We were always meant to be the guardians of this planet who, through our prayers, heal the grids of this planet. And the war energy, the suffering energy, the negative energy has been propagated for so long that now we need to wake up and be the antidote to this chaos with our prayer. So that's our intention today, to come together collectively and balance all of these chaotic energies in the world and send peace and prosperity and abundance for all beings, and anchor these intentions into the grid.
Aho, I love that. So we have 222 people in the house right now. That's a beautiful number. So as I was saying to all of you who just came new, welcome you guys. Happy solstice, everybody. We're planning to go for about 75 to 90 minutes. We're going to forget about time today. And based on what Siman was saying, I invite you all today to really take a moment to set this time aside without being in the race for time or being in a race for the clock or being impatient, to just sit back and say, today I'm activating, perhaps for the very first time, perhaps not, my guardianship for planet Earth. So this is the energy that's coming in. When I tune into what is needed on planet Earth, there are some fundamental themes that we're seeing in Lightworkers and in all of humanity. Some of these themes are very positive and some of these themes are very concerning. So we're going to talk about some of this now. But just to give you guys an update of what we're going to be doing today, we talked a little bit about Atlantis. Many of us have been in Atlantis together. I don't know if you guys have memories. Some of us have vivid memories, some of us have light memories, but the importance is to just feel the frequency of. Siman said something very big. He said the last golden age was 50,000 years ago in the times of Atlantis. We have not seen a golden age for 50,000 years, and yet here we are smack entering the age of Aquarius, where we're about to dawn, I have goosebumps, a new golden age for this planet. And that is why some of us very powerful light workers are walking the planet right now. We're literally here as the Yeshuas, as the Mary Magdalenes, and saying, Yeshua came in the hardest of times. He did the hardest of jobs. He came when there was literally, like the Roman Empire was turning against him and crucifying him. We have come because of Yeshua's sacrifices in a much easier, much nicer, much more glorious time, and many of us have forgotten. So Atlantis, many of us met, we sang, we celebrated, we drummed, we opened up portals of light. We called in the higher realms. We were one with the ancestors. We were one with the elementals. We were one with Earth. And it was a thriving civilization. And that is what is coming back to Earth right now. So what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about a few themes that we wish to really shed light upon today. And one of the themes is how solstice, right? This solstice we're being shown is a major, major historic turning point for humanity. We're being shown that after this solstice, everything's going to be different. Nothing's going to be the same again. We'll get into that in a few minutes. At the end of this transmission, so our intention is to activate dormant parts of your DNA, is to activate your mind, activate your soul, activate your spirit. Everything that we wish to bring forward from this point is with this intention to activate the Lightworkers and the Wayshowers, because it is time. We're now moving into the golden age energies quite rapidly. And over the next 10 years, we're going to see, next 5 years, next 2 years, you guys, we're going to see a very rapid evolution in planet Earth. Towards the end of today, we're going to all come together with open hearts. We're going to really, by the end of it, you're going to be slightly more cohesive, slightly more coherent, slightly more in your heart than you are right now, perhaps slightly just more in that feeling of unity. That's our intention. And we're all going to come in and do God's work. We are all going to unite our hearts, and we're going to spend about 10 minutes or so, but doing a very powerful world healing. We haven't prepared anything. We're just going to let whatever flows through, flow through. We just have a very basic structure in mind. At the very end of that, we have an exciting solstice announcement that we wish to make, and a special gift offer for solstice for those of you who are ready to activate that timeline for yourself. And so allow about 75 to 90 minutes for this. So let's start with how humanity is at a historic turning point. Talk about the technological revolution. Talk about why right now, like let's get right into it.
Yeah. So, as many people know, you might be looking at society and wondering, why are there so many changes taking place at the same time? For example, we're on the verge of, we just got introduced to artificial intelligence, and computers are booming at such a magnificent rate, like the power of computers and the power of technology. We have digital currencies coming in. We have digital IDs coming in.
AI.
We have video surveillance everywhere. We have all kinds of like new gadgets, new technologies.
ChatGPT.
Yeah. Very soon we'll have med beds and reverse aging technologies. By 2029, it is estimated that the next technological boom will be the biomedical revolution, where many reverse age hacks will come to the surface, and people will literally like significantly start reverse aging, and it'll have profound impacts on how we see human lifespans and how we view ourselves. And we will actually, within our lifetime, some people will have a chance at immortality, is what I believe, no matter how outlandish that sounds. But based on the rate we're going, some people can calculate that we are going towards something unprecedented and unknown.
And immortality as in ascension.
Yeah.
What he means by immortality is literally taking this physical body into a higher dimension where we don't need to die to move into higher consciousness.
Yeah.
We don't need to go in the same reincarnational trap that has been set up on planet Earth, where we incarnate, we die, we leave our body, we come back. We don't have to do that anymore. This is the age where we can ascend with our body.
And I'm also talking about physical ascension. One is the spiritual ascension that EldoRa described, but with biomedical revolutions, people will also be able to retain their longevity for like 400-500 years and more, maybe in the future. So the reason there's such a huge shift in our technology, in our consciousness, in the way we view our world, is because humanity is at a precipice of a great shift in consciousness. We are at this jump where we are understanding that our relationship to this universe is not separate from each other. We're not separate objects from each other and this universe. We are actually generators of this reality. And we're realizing that our consciousness is all that is. These bodies are holograms. This room is a hologram. Everything is being projected out of our chakras and through our consciousness. And through the lens of this awareness, we perceive this three-dimensional object and we think we can touch it. But all that is this consciousness perceiving all of this reality. And this is the greatest shift in perceiving our reality that will change the way we operate, change the way we exist, change the way we relate to each other, and even change the way we relate to technology. And it will help us create a profound connection with God. Because at our core, every single one of us carries the same divine seed within our hearts. And we've reached this glass ceiling that can only take us so far. We've reached the glass ceiling of the mind. We can only go so far with technology. We can only go so far with knowledge. And one of the reasons that human relationships are breaking apart, like families are not as cohesive anymore, and even couple relationships are not as cohesive anymore, is because we've reached a glass ceiling in the way we relate to each other. So far, our relationship to each other is, what can you do for me? It's a business relationship.
What can I get out of you?
What can I get out of you? But the divine way of relating to each other is filling our cup with our own self-love and realizing that the eternal source of energy does not come from working hard and earning money from this limited matrix. The eternal source of money does not come from your bank account or how many hours you work or how big your social media accounts is. The eternal source of energy is within all of us. The eternal source of energy, the spark of God, that eternal flame, is the creative force that brings out our soul's purpose on earth. And one of the biggest messages coming from God right now for planet Earth is that you can no longer move forward the way you've been doing things with your mind only. You can no longer move forward with the way of your limitations, of your beliefs. You now need to bring your soul's gifts into this planet. You now need to offer and remember why you came here, and you need to channel those ideas that excite you, that drive for creating the perfect life, that drive for creating the business that gives you financial freedom, that drive to create sovereignty in your life that makes you not depend on a job or not depend on any external circumstances for your quality of life. And that cannot be done from the mind. That cannot be done by your traditional way of going to jobs and earning money. You now need to break out of this limitation of the mind that says, I can only go into these careers that this matrix offers me. And you now need to jump out of this paradigm and realize, I'm an unlimited source creator being, and I came here with a seed. That seed is a gift. And when I allow, God is saying, allow that gift that you came here to share in as much purity and authenticity as you possibly can. Allow this gift to be as true to its core as possible, even if people don't understand your gift yet. Many people, you might be speaking on social media and offering people your gift and your advice and your values and your new ways of thinking and your new ways of being, and it may be falling on deaf ears because the people you're surrounded with are still in the dense 3D matrix. Their logical mind may not be able to comprehend how your gifts will radically shift and transform their reality, but you know it. You know it. All that matters is that you know it and you allow this gift. Even your logical mind will stand in the way and say, no, you can't do this. This is not going to earn you an income. But your soul says, no, this is the only thing I want to do. This is the only thing I ache to do. This is my song. This is my gift. This is my contribution. So when you relentlessly pursue your passion and your excitement and bring it into this world, God is saying, be true to that as much as possible, because then that divine source of infinite flow, you're not just offering a gift, you're holding a frequency. And that frequency that you hold while expanding into the dream business of your life, or while expanding into the dream life that you're here to create, that frequency that you hold while having to create that, you have to clear so many shadows. You have to clear so much trauma in order to rise to the version of you need to be. But the process of doing that, the frequency that allows you to hold, that's what becomes the bridge to New Earth. Okay? So by you creating and holding that frequency that you know you came here to create, you're not only creating a bridge for yourself to New Earth, you're creating a bridge for so many other people for New Earth. Because after a few years, when they see that what you came here to give is actually starting to sprout and flower, and the seeds are sprouting, and you're getting your returns, and you're
way ahead of the curve,
and you're ahead of the game, that's when other people will look and be inspired and say, holy shit, I should have done that 3 years ago. Holy shit, I better jump on that train. I never thought this was possible, but you know it's possible. Whatever you came here to give to the world, only you know it's possible. And you have to be fearless, and you have to fully surrender to that plan to allow it to be birthed.
So let all these codes just soak in. We're going to go slow, because that's the whole purpose and the point of this. I love that you guys love this. So just a quick reminder for those of you watching on TikTok, I think they only allow an hour for our transmission. So many of you may want to switch on to our YouTube channel now. It's basically at EldoRa Siman, one word, EldoRa Siman, because otherwise you're going to lose us in an hour and you might miss the healing. So we're on YouTube and Facebook right now, live, and TikTok. Okay, so let's go into very quickly. So just to finalize and conclude this before we move on to the next part is, imagine this is the human body. We forgot to do a diagram. Let's say this is the human body, and these are your legs, this is your torso, this is your solar plexus, and this is your heart. So let's say this is your heart. Right now, literally what has happened is humanity is cut off at this point. So you guys are operating from your lower 3 chakras, which is your solar plexus, where you know how to make money, you know how to be successful in your job, you know how to be confident, or your sacral chakra, where you have access to some level of creativity, but it's still not connected to the heart, because the heart is above this cap. So there's like a glass ceiling right about the heart, and humanity is cut off from it. So we're going to go a bit deeper into the teachings of the heart in our 5D Ascension University. Many of you know we have been guided to close our actual mystery school, which had 300 to 400 students paying us $222 a month. And this is where we don't follow logic, we follow the heart. The guidance said close that, because right now all of humanity needs these teachings. You cannot have it only for your paid students. And we said, fine, let's go. So we're now going to be offering all the teachings of the heart. We are teachers of the heart. We are Ascension Wayshowers. This is kind of what we came here to Earth to do. And nothing gives us more joy. Let me put it that way. So we're stepping into our highest joy by teaching you all of this. And for those of you who are wanting to be a part of 5D Ascension University, we're going to be launching everything over the next year. Literally every few weeks, you're going to see videos on our YouTube channel. And we're going to teach you guys everything from sovereignty, business, 5D, the fifth dimension, the heart operating system,
entities and implants,
ego. Like, how do you even heal yourself? What is shadow work? It's a big fancy term, but what is the quickest way? And one of the things about our teachings, many of you might be watching spiritual teachers that sound amazing. We do too. Sometimes we'll watch these people and they sound so amazing. They're saying all the perfect words. They're saying all the perfect things. But in the end, you leave feeling, I didn't get anything from it. I didn't learn anything from it. It just made that person look so fancy, but I didn't learn anything from it. That is the trap I want you to watch out for. There are many spiritual teachers and spiritual traditions on planet Earth that will convince you that spirituality is so hard that only they can do it.
That is just about mantras that don't make any sense. Like, spirituality should be all about your life and how you can improve the quality of your life.
And it's easy. Spirituality is not hard. So first of all, another quick announcement I have is, as you guys know, our Instagram channel of 100,000 subscribers just randomly got taken down. Liara is working on getting it back for us. She's helping us out. We're working with the angels and the guides to get it back. However, for those of you, this is a really good time for all of us to just come together so that we're not, like waiting on social media to connect us. So for those of you who want to get on our email list, that would be the safest way to make sure you're in touch with us. You can go to ens.love/subscribe and you can join our mailing list. Okay, so now let's go into the next part of the teaching. We have a few activations for you today. Yesterday, so the next teaching is about how the matrix, like we're all living in a 3D matrix and we have 8 billion players in this matrix. Each player's vibration determines the reality of that person. So Siman and I, as you know, we have exit the matrix. We're no longer living in the confines of the matrix. Physically, we're living in the same matrix, but many of you will hear us say, oh my God, Toronto is heaven on earth. And you think Toronto is like the worst city. Why do they call it heaven on earth? Because that's the version of Toronto we have unlocked. You guys will get giddy at how giddy we are about life. All day we're feeling, how is life getting so good? But life wasn't always this good. I told you guys, I slept on the streets. I had cancer. I had a hysterectomy. I've done chemotherapy. I've lost my hair. 10 years ago when I was 36. So let's go into the teaching of how the matrix is not trapping you in its walls. It's trapping you based on your beliefs of what this reality is. So let's get into it with an example. Yesterday we had gone out and we were coming back. We had this Uber guy pick us up. Such a nice guy, because as soon as we sit in, we say, turn off the music. We just want to meditate, no music. And he's like, you're the first person who has asked me to turn off the music. I don't mind at all. And then we got talking to him and I said to him, so how is life? There's so many people becoming Uber drivers. What's going on? And he said to us, it is horrible. Like right now for this drive, you're paying me $70. But Uber is only giving me $30, which is very low. I have to pay for my own car. I have to pay for my own gas.
And depreciation.
There's depreciation. And so many people right now on planet Earth are feeling like, how do I make money? Or how do I create a reality that's sustainable in this matrix? And then he further went on to say that sometimes teenagers will sit in my car and they'll ask me to blast the music and I have to say yes. I said, why do you have to say yes? He said, if not, they'll give me a bad rating. And if they give me a bad rating, and this is very interesting to listen to because this is where Earth is going into in one timeline. The bifurcation is happening. He said, if I get a few bad ratings, Uber doesn't suggest me to other customers like yourself. So he said, I just shut my mouth and I raise the volume. I take disrespect and I don't say anything. I allow disrespect because otherwise I don't know what to do. And he's like, in a year, I get my Canadian citizenship and I'm out of here. I'm going to Bahrain. Because hopefully there it's going to be a bit better and it's not going to be this high and inflation and all of that. So basically, how many of you relate to this where you feel like, I know, EldoRa and Siman, everything you're saying makes sense, but I feel trapped. I can bet you 96% of you may say this. Like I feel trapped in some way or the other, whether it is getting a relationship. Tell me if that's you. Like, do you feel trapped in any part of your life? I want to really resonate to your DNA today. Do you feel trapped? It's a yes or no. You feel trapped or not? Do you? Let me know in the chat.
Career, in relationships,
how
in
to make
life
money.
situation, in how abundant you are. Are you trapped in any dreams that you've been wishing to fulfill, but they just seem so far?
So Katie is a Metatronic healer and she says yes. Like, think about it. Even healers are saying yes. Steven says yes, yes. Financially. Priya says yes, me. I can guarantee that many, 96%. Lynn says yes in some parts. There's like a whole bunch of yeses. So most of you are vibrating, and this is normal. I'm not picking on you. I'm actually going to give you guys why. This is very normal. I see only yeses right now. The energy that we feel right now is there's nothing I can do about my life to change it. My options are limited. This is just how life is. The system is too powerful, and my future has already been decided by the cards I have been dealt with. Either I'm from a rich family or I'm not. Either I'm educated, I have a university degree, or I'm not. So
and when EldoRa asked the Uber driver, like, why do you still drive Uber when there's like 90,000 Uber drivers in Toronto? Why do you continue doing it? And he's like, what should I do? Like, open a business? And we're like, yeah, have you considered other options? He's like, well, my friend tried to open a business and he failed miserably. He lost $200,000. So I'm never going to open a business. I'm like, okay. And then he's like, I'm just going to go to the Middle East and see what's there, because this guy had just decided that all I want to do is use the minimum amount of brain possible so I can just drive a car for the rest of my life. And I don't want to be bothered by learning any new skills. I don't want to jump into anything unknown that I don't know how to do. I don't want to like change my life situation. The best I can do is move to another country and pray to God there's another job there waiting for me. But that's the trap. As long as you pray that the matrix was going to support you, you're going to be at the mercy of the matrix. Right now, the paradigm is to break out of this matrix and become your own light, become your own star.
Become the
and
sun.
Start emanating like a sun from within and illuminate this world with your frequency. And that frequency is your abundance, not this matrix.
I love that. So just really breathe that in, you guys, because what's happening right now on the planet is we're seeing 8 billion moons. All the moons are saying, where's the sun? Where's the sun? Oh my God, they're the suns. Let's flock to their channel. Oh, they are the suns. Let me get their light. But in our practice, we have become the suns. And this is our invitation to all of you over the next 10, 20, 30 years. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Every single one, it could be instantly, it could be right now. Every single one of you is being asked to vibrate like you are a star. What is a star seed? You are emanating in a higher dimension as a star. A sun is a star. So a star has its own light. We are emanating the light from inside. So right now, what you're seeing in Siman and me is we're emanating source light through our chakras to you. We're not disconnected. Above, if you have, those of you who have eyes to see, you'll see all our higher chakras above our head are connected. They go straight up to the 12th dimension. And we're not special. Anybody can do this. We're channeling that energy through our heart to you. And this is what the Uber driver is not doing. So what is happening is the limiting beliefs that are keeping people stuck is, I don't know how to leave this system. I don't know what to do and I'm stuck. Either I die or God comes or there's a solar flash and I'm not sure what to do. So you've stopped believing you can evolve. You stop believing you can reinvent yourself. You've stopped, this is actually the dangerous part. You've stopped believing that you can even learn something new. You're like, oh, I know everything there is to life. It is all about beliefs. You're right, Karen. Everything is about belief, that there's no way out.
The prison of the matrix is based on a belief system. The matrix has convinced you that there's no way out of the matrix. If you believe that, then you are successfully trapped in the prison. It's an invisible frequency prison that we create. If you believe that, no, I can create my own business. No, I can create my own social media account. No, I can learn a new skill. Then you've suddenly no longer in the confines of that invisible matrix.
I love that. So this morning when we were talking about what to talk about today and we were just getting like a flow of what to talk about, I was reminded a story. When was it? When I was about 30 years old or so. So I had this friend, his name was Yahya. He was from Egypt. I had worked with him in Dubai and he moved to Calgary where I was. And we became very close. He became like the brother I never had. We would cook together, we would eat in each other's houses. His wife was Filipino. We were very, very close. Me and my hubby, we'd watch movies together. He'd even watch my son. Very close, like family. The only family we had. And when I was 36, long story short, I used to work for WestJet, which is a very big airline here, as you guys know, as I was the executive assistant to the CEO. And I have felt like I was like the most well-paid executive assistant, but I felt soulless. I'm like, what am I doing here? I have something better to do. I was very ambitious. Like I've reached a cap. I have something better to do than just being an executive assistant. I had free travel. I traveled all over the world, like for free. I had free resorts, 5-star resorts, but none of that meant anything to me. I was like, oh, I need more. At the same time, this was when I was 35 or so, I was diagnosed with cancer. Like there was cancer cells in me, and that completely shattered me. I thought, oh my God, it shattered me. There was a 6 to 8 month period where I was completely under bed rest. It was the most horrible, painful thing, like chemotherapy and all of that shit. And I was not spiritual. I was not awake. So I felt trapped. I felt fully trapped with cancer. I used to pray for death. I used to constantly pray to God for death. And for those of you going through a hard time right now, I want you to remember my story, because this is me, 13 years later, telling you that I have now come to a heaven on earth reality. I feel like the luckiest girl on this planet. I feel like the luckiest girl in this universe. So if I can do it, any of you can do it. So how did I do it?
Because you never stopped being positive, even when you were sick. Even then, she would be cheerful. When the doctor came in the room, she would be cheering the doctor.
I said to him, it's a date. Like when he said, we're going to have a hysterectomy tomorrow at 1, it was an emergency hysterectomy because the cancer cells. And I said, it's a date. Like I was always cheerful. There are many codes I wish to share with you about this, what made me get through, but maybe I won't get to share all those codes here. Gratitude is another code, and many people don't even know what gratitude is. But to go back to the story, at the time when I had my hysterectomy and I had just started to feel better through my cancer time, when I was home, I wasn't working, this guy, Yahya, lost his job. He was a senior software engineer in some company. He lost his job. And I loved him. And he was heartbroken. And I said, hey, you can easily make money. He's like, how? Impossible. Like he would always say impossible. My God, it drove me nuts. Not possible. He start every sentence with not possible. I don't even know how he was my friend. He had a good heart, that's why. So anyway, I said, somehow something happened and this new business opportunity came in my lap where there was somebody selling like a new business idea of you sell Dippin' Dots ice cream, those little ball ice creams, and like a new potato chips, which like kernels, you could flavor it and whatnot. And it was a new mall. It had this new opportunity. It was 89,000 Canadian dollars to get into this business. So I said to him, I said, hey, what if you do this, look into this, because they have a branch in Toronto and they're making great money. And now they're starting in Calgary, 89,000. And he's like, how do I get this money? I said, I'll help you write up a business plan. I'll help you. So I helped him and all of that. He was all for it. He was like, yes, let's do this. He was convinced because of my energy that it was a good idea. I wrote all his plans for him. He went to the Royal Bank of Canada. This is a true story, you guys. And they approved his loan. And at the last minute, he says to me, who's going to eat ice cream? Who's going to eat chips? And he didn't go for it. He didn't go ahead. He's like, no, I can't do it. Now, I was so into the process, writing his business deals and everything. I'm like, I'm doing it. I'm done with WestJet. I want to be my own business. And I didn't have the same beliefs as him that, and you're going to hear about the next deeper teaching is why did he have different beliefs? We'll go there in a second. But I said, I'm going to do it. So I just changed the name. I said, thank God I didn't become a partner with him. I said, because he would have driven me nuts. He's a different personality than I am. I'm like go-getter. He's the opposite. Always finding problem. So long story short, I bought that business for $89,000 Canadian. I left my job at WestJet this was right after cancer. So it was like the gift that cancer gave me, this pause. If I hadn't had cancer, I would have still, I would have been a different timeline. Long story short, I ran my business. I worked so hard. I learned so much. I learned how to handle employees stealing, employees lying, employees not showing up, everything, the business politics. And not just that, I wowed the landlords of the mall. So every Christmas, every holiday, I would send them a bag of goodies. So I kind of like, and a year later, I said to them, hey, I said, instead of this yearly deal, can I get a 10-year lease? And they said yes. So long story short, they gave me a 10-year lease. Shortly after that, my father passed away. Shortly after that, I had my spiritual awakening, because when I saw my father's dead body, I had a spiritual awakening. And I realized that my 20-year marriage was not a good idea. And something said to me, move to Toronto. It made no sense whatsoever. Move to Toronto, move to Toronto, move to Toronto. I wasn't even spiritual. I wasn't even awake.
First of all, you multiplied the business worth 5 times.
No, not yet. I'm coming to that.
Yeah.
So then I still had this business, but it was like move, move, move. My son, because of my business, it was doing so well. I was making cash, you guys. I was making 200,000 cash in this business because it was like a cash business. I put my son in a private school like EldoRa Academy, which is the best private school in Calgary. I was paying 29,000 cash for his private education. But move to Toronto. I hadn't yet met Siman then. So I said, okay, I'm going to let my employees and my manager run the store. I'm going to move to Toronto. I moved to Toronto. Within a month, my father passed away. I went to India. I saw his dead body. I had a spiritual awakening. Something is wrong with your marriage. Anyway, that awakening, when I went back to Toronto, within a week or 2, I met Siman. He was DJing in some gig I was at, and I looked at him and I did a double take. I'm like, whoa, what is going on? Like, he noticed me. There were 1,000 people dancing, and he doesn't really look for people, but he saw me. He's like, you were wearing a black dress. Long story short, once I moved to Toronto, I met him and all that. I sold my Calgary business, which I had bought for $89,000, for $500,000 in just 1 year, because I did many things.
In 1 year?
1.5 years, yeah.
Wow.
Not even a year.
I thought it was longer than that.
Just a year.
I didn't even know that.
You know how I did that? I moved from a 1-year lease to a 10-year lease.
Wow.
Because I took that.
And that
leap
multiplies the value of the business.
Yeah, because I got a 10-year lease, so now I could sell it for $500,000. It's not, so the ROI, the return on investment,
you were always extremely smart about business. Even how you run our business is like, you have some skills that I need to learn.
But thank you, baby. But that business is what taught me the skills I need for this.
Yeah, exactly. It's like every step in your life, no matter how challenging, is the practice for the next step in your life.
And cancer was that pause I needed to even let go of my executive assistant career. The executive assistant career, where I worked with top CEOs, taught me how to be an effective business leader with charm. Like when you go high and work for high people, they're very charming and nice people, not like the junior managers who are like so annoying. Anyway, long story short, Yahya went nowhere, and I all of a sudden carved out. And then in Toronto, I bought Cafe Dimitri, which is a very thriving business. That became my $1 million business. I met Siman. All of this happened. Now let's get into the teaching. Yahya's identity said, that won't work. What if I fail? Who buys chips and ice cream? Literally, that was his identity. That was his belief inside. I said, let's try, let's learn, let's evolve, let's try something new. So it was like the same opportunity. It was just a different reality because of my limiting beliefs. Now, let's go into the real underlying problem, or the real underlying issue, why most of us do not want. Somebody said, what happened to Yahya? He's fine. He got another software job.
He got forgotten in history. He became a statistic.
He didn't evolve. He's still an IT guy. He's still a software engineer. He's still living the same life. So he didn't get poor. He's still making money, but he hasn't evolved at all.
Well, his job might be replaced by AI because he's in software. Then he'll have to figure something else out. Okay.
Now you guys are ready for the breakthrough of why most people stay stuck and they don't want to do that. Why does fear come up? What do you guys think? Why does that fear come up? Because you guys don't want to go past your comfort zone. Evolving, getting a new business, doing something different is gonna force you to evolve. It's gonna force you, like for example, if you're a Metatronic healer, you're gonna be forced to say, oh shit, I've just done this certification. Now I want to start seeing clients, and I have to get on social media because social media is my vehicle to show myself to the audience. And then you start realizing, holy shit, I can be a business owner like EldoRa. I didn't even realize this. Like tomorrow you may say, I'm gonna change my life and I'm going to go and join a career. I'm going to learn about AI. AI is booming right now. You might say, I'm going to go learn about medbed technology or AI or Metatronic quantum healing. It could be anything. But that skill is going to force you to evolve. It's going to force you to say, I am so shy, I don't feel safe on social media, or I am not confident, or I'm not even in my heart. You know what most of our Metatronic healers, the biggest challenge they face? They cannot sit, not all of them, some of them, they cannot sit in front of you and tell you why Metatronic healer, why you should book them as a healer, because they cannot speak about the transformations they've had because they have not connected to their heart. Many of you are watching who are like, shit, yeah. So it's gonna force you to say, if I want to get abundance through this modality, I have to actually believe in it like EldoRa does. I have to be able to translate it into words, which forces me to stop being an imposter. And now, shit, I have to go into gratitude. Shit, I have to take space. Shit, I have to journal. Shit, I have to connect with my guides. That is the evolution that most people avoid. They don't want to do that. They just want to make money. They just want to be in their IT jobs.
Comfort zone.
It is all about comfort zone. Literally, guys, this is the most real talk I can give you. This is the most real talk. Most people are like so happy with the modality, but when it comes to giving a testimonial, they're like, I'm frozen, I'm numb. And those are the healers who are not seeing clients. They're either in ingratitude, they're either numb, they're either frozen, they can't even speak. And then they say, shit, we're not getting clients. So this is very deep. You have to keep evolving. You have to keep moving through the hardest shadows of, I'm not confident, I'm scared being seen, my father has closed off my throat chakra, I'm scared to speak, people will ridicule me, they will comment, I don't want a social media channel. If you don't want a social media channel, you're letting go of, you're saying, I'm okay being a nobody. Your social media channel is like your business card.
It's not just having a social media channel for launching a business. Social media allows you to open up your throat chakra. So in my opinion, like these days, it's very easy for anyone with a laptop and an internet connection and a social media channel to really be seen by the world. And it doesn't, all of your excuses like I'm not charismatic enough, I'm not intelligent enough, I don't know what to say, all of these will go to the wayside when you realize the power that you hold with the internet. You can literally quit your job and travel the world with a laptop and an internet connection. Any one of you can do it. And it can be as a healer, it can be as a consultant, it can be in like a dozen different fields, like EldoRa mentioned.
A coach.
There's so many new technologies, so many new industries coming out. So right now is the time for us to position ourselves for the future and invest in our future. So if you're going through a transition, the best thing that EldoRa and I ever did in our transitions when we were like going through like feeling low on our finances, or we were feeling low on our health and our vibration was dipping, the best thing we ever did in those turning points of our life is we picked up new skills. We invested in our education. We invested in getting out of our comfort zone and showing up on social media. We were not always
He was shit scared to speak on social media.
I used to be so nervous on social media. I could not open my heart. I could not open my throat because my father spoke down to me throughout my childhood. And I had to overcome so much resistance and fear. But now I'm realizing that thank God I did that, because otherwise I would not be able to fully become the expression of who I came to be here on this planet. So social media is not just you getting out of your comfort zone so you launch your business. It's part of your soul's evolution. So don't hold back your own soul's evolution by saying, no, this is too unknown for me. This is too fearful for me. Evolution will force you to change if you keep avoiding it. So what will happen to Yahya and that Uber driver?
They'll get forgotten.
Eventually, Ubers will be driven by AI. Eventually, software will be like a company with 100,000 employees may only need like 20 employees with AI running the show. So all those people, because they waited till the last minute to hold on to their last ounce of 3D jobs, now they're going to be facing a crisis. They're going to be facing a crisis. So what we're telling you is don't wait till the nth minute to face a crisis in your life when you have no other options left. Invest in your future now and get out of your comfort zone.
And the crisis is here from a soul spiritual perspective to give you no fucking chance it's literally, the crisis is here saying, I'm going to bitch slap you to evolve. Literally, the crisis is your bitch slap.
We've been bitch slapped to evolve many times in our life.
Holy shit, and every single time we've said thank you.
And
we
every
needed
time
that
we've
slap.
risen.
Every time we've risen. Those bitch slaps are God's unconditional love, you guys. Instead of drowning in the slap, you always see, what is the slap here to do? It's saying move, 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 move. So you
and
can
what
either...
if you don't know what our soul, what if we don't know what our soul's purpose is? You have to ask the right questions. You have to start asking, what is my soul's purpose?
And
That's
you have
how
to start following your passion. And you have to stop being the imposter in your own life that says, I know I'm supposed to do that, but I'm not going to do it because I have limiting beliefs. I have money blocks. I have blocks to working hard. I have blocks to learning a new skill. I have blocks to authority. I have blocks to looking at someone else as a teacher. I have blocks to commitment or discipline. All your fucking blocks are going to come up. I have blocks to everything. This is pretty much what humanity is vibrating. Blocks, 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 blocks. So when some of us have unblocked ourselves, we become the suns. We become the powers of the world. Literally, we become the sons of the world. Siman and I, the one thing that we have that nobody can take away from us is that we are connected to source. We are connected to light. We are fully connected to light, meaning you cannot take that away from us even if we're sitting in a dark dungeon cell 80 feet below earth. We are connected to source. This is the highest you can reach on the planet, and also this is the most basic thing that God wants us all to have, a direct connection with God. So, and this is possible, but for that you have to let go of all the gunk. So the Uber driver, he thinks, I need a better job. Yahya thinks, I better get back and get a job. I hope Yahya never watches this video, but if you do, I love you, Yahya. You know I do. When I had my cancer and my hysterectomy, Yahya and his wife were the ones who took care of me. I had nobody to take care of me. My ex-husband had no idea how to hold space for me. He's like, oh my God, you were the rock of the family and now you have cancer. Like, I don't know what to do. And even then, I'm taking care of him. Even when I had cancer, I was taking care of my husband. Like, don't worry, baby. You go for a movie. I'll take... Yahya took care of me. So he's very close in my heart. Like, when I do my gratitude and I ask God, there are 4 or 5 people I pray for. And don't automatically assume my son is one of them just because he's my biological son. I pray for Yahya. He's one, and his wife. They helped me in times where I had nobody else. So anyway, but he didn't evolve. So now he's history. He's no longer a part of my life. So the Uber driver thinks, I need a better job. No, you don't need a better job. You need a bigger identity. You need a bigger identity. You don't need to say, when my circumstances improve, I'll grow. Reality literally works backwards. You grow, you evolve, then your circumstances improve. You grow, and then reality matches you.
As within, so without. First, your inside changes, you evolve, and then your reality changes without.
And that's why the Uber driver has to let go of his limiting belief that I am an Uber driver. Like Siman and I were talking about it later. He says these guys want to use 5 brain cells in their brain and just operate life with 5 brain cells. That's no longer happening. We're moving into the golden age. You're now being asked to activate everything. The separation of the wheat from the chaff is actually happening, you guys. We're in biblical times. Earth is being sifted and sorted. And you know what the biggest distinction we're seeing in the sifting and sorting? It is who is in the heart, who is not. Even spiritual teachers are not in their heart. Spiritual teachers right now are falling for, I'm going to go viral. I'm going to get 300,000 views. We don't want the views. We want to grow internally. Any monkey can get views. ChatGPT can give you views. So don't get stuck with views. Don't get stuck with virality. With ChatGPT, you can get views. I'm not even joking. You can read off a script and go viral. Don't go for all the things that your mind is pulling you to, because that's what's going to keep you stuck in this. I showed you earlier. The heart is going here. The heart is saying evolution, evolution, evolution. That's all I want. I don't care about everything else. That evolution will bring you everything. And so the healer, so the Uber driver has to let go of this identity that I'm just an Uber driver. The healer is not just learning healing. The healer has to let go of the limiting belief that I'm not gifted. I can't be a healer. The entrepreneur isn't just learning business. The entrepreneur is saying, I'm not capable. He has to let go of the limiting belief that I'm not capable. So it's all about limiting beliefs. And once you realize that every identity shift requires an identity death, your old identity has to die, where you constantly feel like you cannot do this, or you don't want to do this because of your limiting beliefs and blocks. And these are all not woo-woo concepts. How many Metatronic healers have told us, it's a true story, you guys. And if you're here watching, let us know if this is you. Every year in our Metatronic healers training, we've had 2 trainings so far. We've trained about 100 healers so far. There's at least 3 to 5 people who cancel. They've paid in full, or they've paid an installment, and they cancel. They go cold turkey. They say, we cannot, it's getting too much for us. Like, they pay and they don't come to the healing. They don't come to the training because their ego gets the better of them. Why? They don't want to evolve past their comfort zone. And we have healers, like in our class, who go beat that voice and they come to class, and now they're signed up for level 2. What is the difference? They did not let their fear overtake them. Initially, they might have been like, shit, I've paid. Damn it, I paid. I better go. But that becomes their whole vehicle. And now they're in level 2. They'll be in level 3. They're seeing clients. Their whole reality has shifted. They're no longer feeling like useless little people who don't do anything. They're suddenly in an empowered reality. It's like that. You can shift it like that. So the full teaching, just to recap, is you're not trapped by your circumstances. You're trapped by your identity. Just really feel into that. And identity can only change through evolution. Evolution happens when you learn new skills. It's as simple as that. It's not like a woo-woo thing. It's just simple. Like when Siman and I were going through some financial change, 4 years ago, we were going through a dip in our finances because all of our money was 100 Bitcoins we had. All of them were stolen by a con artist in the spiritual space, by the way. He used all the right words. That became our biggest gift because in that time we learned crypto. We learned how to educate ourselves. So the next time we went up, we invested right. We got all the right investments. So remember that new skills force your hidden limitations to rise to the surface. Okay, now let's see where you want to go into. I think we can wrap up a little bit, and then I would love to do a real powerful earth healing. So want to do like an earth healing with all of you guys. And we'll get into that in a second. We're all going to come together to do a powerful earth healing, but I want you to have the frequency in your heart that I can do it. I'm a creator. I can change my reality. And I'm in my heart. I'm no longer going to be disconnected from this world, disconnected from each other, disconnected from everyone. Because right now there's a very big epidemic that we may not talk about it today a lot, but maybe we do. You want to tell them about how Earth, they're all turning against each other?
You tell them.
So basically what we're seeing right now is because people are, so think of it as a video game with 8 billion players. This planet Earth, this matrix, it's like a video game with 8 billion players. And there are rules to the game. Just like the Uber driver is now being given this rule saying, if you misbehave, we're going to penalize you. And if we penalize you, it's going to affect your abundance. All the players in this matrix are privy to the game that they are signing up to. So what's happening right now, without even realizing it, is that the game is now forcing players to turn on itself. That's what the matrix is all about. The matrix is a set of rules that the cabal, whoever you want to call it, the shadow government, they subtly manipulate you, they mind control you, they give you the perfect things, the perfect analogies, the perfect teachings to separate us from each other. So even you, light workers, what we're seeing is, because you're cut off, many of you are cut off from your heart, 99% of humanity is cut off from their heart. This is the shocking part, maybe more. So
they know how to mimic the heart, but it's not fully the heart frequency yet.
Correct. And when you just mimic the heart, you're not in your heart. Your heart has an intelligence of its own. It's God intelligence. It's letting you navigate this whole matrix, and most importantly, it's letting you get back to God. When you're not in your heart, your mind is in control, and your mind is going to do everything in its power to work with your ego to take you away from God. to take you away from your highest calling, okay? So one of the things we're noticing in this Matrix video game, and this is being shown to us in many different ways, we may even make a separate video about it, is that the players are now, since COVID, turning sour on each other. And I'm talking about everybody, Lightworkers included. We don't even know it, but what's happening is this cancel culture where as long as I grow, I don't care about others. I want to grow above others. I want to be better than others. I am better than others. He is different from me. I am different from everybody. I have to watch out for my well-being. And this is a very deep analogy, but we won't go into it today. But I want you to just be aware in your life from now on where this separation is creeping in, because it's actually creeping in more than you realize it. And the analogy is when think of yourself as an ocean, like you're a part of an ocean. What has gone wrong is the ocean is source consciousness. The ocean is God consciousness. The ocean is like we're all from the soup of God consciousness. And we've just become 8 billion different fractals, right? We've become 8 billion different fractals, but we're all connected to the same ocean. We're all vibrating God consciousness. But what has happened being in the matrix for so long is that each fractal has become its own fractal. It's become its own wave, and it's branched off from the ocean. It's saying, I'm not the ocean anymore. I'm now my own wave. I'm now going to go and follow my success. I'm now going to go and follow everything. But what's happening is the wave is going further and further and further away from the God consciousness that we call the ocean, because each fractal is going more into mind, is going more into ego, and is going more into self-identity. Preserving the self-identity is all the ego wants to do. Instead of saying, I'm now going to merge back with who I am, which is the God consciousness, which can only happen when you get back into your heart, which can only happen when you lose all sense of separation from each other and say, the homeless on the street is as much of God as I am. However, the person who is homeless on the street may not ascend back to God like I am, because the difference in both of us is he's not evolving. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
How would you say that?
I would say it's like the epidemic for humanity right now. The biggest epidemic is indifference. We've been programmed to become indifferent to each other's pain. And we've been programmed and systematically brainwashed that if somebody, I once asked a capitalist, I was at a dinner party and there was this guy from Wall Street, and I asked him, what do you have to say about the ridiculous amounts of money that Wall Street is making while there's homeless people starving on the street in the same country? And he said, well, basically it's their fault, because you can't solve the problem with money. If you just give homeless people money, they're just going to waste it and it's not going to go anywhere. But that's the whole brainwashing. We think that by helping others, it's not going to make any difference. That's actually very backwards.
Let me put it a different way.
It's also about, let's say there's war in the world, but we all pretend there's no war.
Yes.
There's war in so many countries,
yes,
but we all pretend that it doesn't matter.
Or it doesn't exist.
And we're only going to like protest or we're gonna complain to the government if there's a 5% hike in our taxes. But if our government bombs another country to take their oil, yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna go back to work. Like, it's not happening to me. My children are safe. That's the biggest epidemic, you guys.
Yes.
They've divided us from each other, and they've brainwashed you to think that unless the pain is being inflicted on you, you don't need to say anything.
So it's made us numb in our hearts.
But when we realize that we all have to stand up for each other and there's no difference, that's when we realize who's the one manipulating us and who's the one being manipulated, right? We're all being manipulated until you're the one who's punished. Unless you're the one who's in trouble, unless you're the one thereafter, then it becomes your problem, right? Well, if we wait it long enough, all of us will have that problem. We should not wait. We need to unite.
So I love Nicole's comment. She says, yesterday a baby was crying and I turned and hugged a woman. She and I both felt this child's pain. She needed love and I needed her in that moment, and we both cried and she held me. That is so beautiful. The past version of me would not talk to the Uber driver because I was above everybody else. I was like, who wants to have this unnecessary talk with the Uber driver? The more my heart is expanding, the more I'm open to feeling other people's compassion, the more I'm open to talking to other people about their situation and not thinking I'm disconnected from everybody else. So I'm walking earth looking at the homeless. I'm walking at earth looking at everything so that I can see how blessed I am. But the most important reminder coming in for all of you, Nicole, that was so beautiful, but reminder, this is the most important reminder coming from God. Do not absorb humanity's pain. You are not required to absorb humanity's pain. You're not required to feel anybody else's pain but your own. All you have to do is open your hearts and stop dividing and saying, that's not my problem. That's not my problem. And this is a very deep concept that you may or may not get fully today. But as you go about life, you'll start realizing, oh my God, where am I so cut off? And we see this all the time in Lightworkers. People are just cut off. Everyone's just putting on this image like, I am so spiritual, I'm so love and light, I'm so in my heart. Lightworkers literally think by talking softly, they're in their heart. Like, close your eyes and meditate and bring in peace. That's not fucking heart. I can say, close your fucking eyes, guys, let's meditate. That's heart. Do you see the difference? And most people are like, oh my God, she's not in her heart. She said fucking. It's the intention that matters. It's what's powering. Everything is powered from the heart. I can say anything, but I'm coming from heart. I'm connected to source. So people are forgetting what heart means and they're acting. Many people are acting. So this is a reminder for you guys to actually not act like you're in the heart. This is becoming a pandemic in spiritual people. Everybody, right? Everybody behaves like they're in their heart. Stop behaving like you're in your heart and start actually, even those of you laughing need to hear this. You guys are probably doing the same thing. You guys are acting like you're in your heart. And when you're acting like you're in your heart, you're stuck. You're not able to show up with authenticity. You're showing up like your own imposter. And right now, this imposter is not a bad word. Imposter, we're all being asked to stop being an imposter to our own growth, to our own life, to our own connection with God, and stop acting. Just because you have one little something, don't think, oh, now I'm like the shit. It's a very big teaching. We'll go into that next. So I think we should go into a healing now.
Yeah.
Let's do a world healing and let's all activate our energy that you're guardians. We're going to lead you through it. Remember that you are a guardian. Remember that you are doing this from your heart. And more importantly, remember what Siman said in the beginning, that your prayer matters. Your prayer makes a huge difference. And for those of us who've never thought about Iran, we've never thought about Ukraine because it's not happening to us. Our children are not being called to the army. Today, for the first time, we're going to say we're going to open up ourselves as Earth Guardians. And I love, one of you said, I definitely need more heart healing. So for those of you today who are feeling a bit fragile, you guys can come in and just receive. For those of you who are feeling strong, and that's fine. Receiving that's what being in the heart is. You are true to your heart. Today, I need to receive. Today, I'm here to give. So when we go into this healing, remember that those of you who want to receive, you're just going to come and receive and hold space. Those of you who are saying, I've got so much, I'm ready to come and heal the world, you're going to come and heal the world. But the most important thing is we're all coming together united. So right now, let's just, between all of us, you, me, Siman, all of us, let's today, right now, just call upon, I can feel it coming already, a giant violet flame of transmutation. Saint Germain, please come in, rising from the floor beneath us. This is literally a healing for all of us to divide and dissolve all the veils between each other because of our judgments, expectations, limiting beliefs towards each other. So we're going to imagine all of us, wherever we are, and a giant violet flame, Saint Germain's violet flame of transmutation, rising from the floor beneath us. Very slowly, it starts to engulf your legs, the room around you, Everything's just blazing with this violet flame. It starts to make its way up through your legs. Your entire body is now burning in the violet flame. The violet flame of transmutation, Saint Germain's gift to humanity. You're holding this violet flame burning through your trillions of your cells, your atoms, your molecules, especially your heart. All blockages just melting away. I am here to dissolve all illusions of separation. I am affirming that I am dissolving all illusions of separation of the mind. Today I am activating my unity with all that is. I am the ocean. I am the soup of God consciousness. I am God. I am a creator. And today I send the intention, I send the powerful command that between me and my fellow Lightworkers, that between me and all my spiritual teachers who are being sent from God to help me and rise to the highest power, that I dare not let my mind come in the way and separate me from my teachers, and separate me from my peers, separate me from my students, separate me from all the clients who are here to seek healing from me. There's no more separation. We're just allowing the violet flame to completely burn away all cords of separation. You want to do the Supreme Ball now?
Yeah.
Do it.
So imagine all Lightworkers are now coming together. All of us here in this ceremony, we are slowly floating upwards. Take a deep breath in. Keep your feet grounded on the floor. Stay connected to Mother Earth as we float upwards with your imagination. So it might be a good time to turn off your devices, or if you have any distractions, put them away. Close your eyes, get in your own personal space. I recall
all parts of me
back to myself, right here, right now. And feel your energy coming back to you, like your auric bubble is becoming cohesive. Light from all directions is coming back to you. Mind, body, soul is becoming one. You are vibrating a coherent field from your heart. And as you're vibrating, your ball, your auric field, which is the ball of light around your body, starts picking you up like a helium balloon. And you're floating above into the sky, above your neighborhood, through the clouds. And as you arrive in the outer atmosphere of Earth, several miles above the surface, you find all these Lightworkers from our ceremony around you. And you greet each other, look at each other in the eyes and hold hands, and form a powerful circle. We're making a circle of Lightworkers surrounding our planet.
And as you do so, look in their eyes and say, I love you, I see you, thank you, I forgive you. I love you, I see you, thank you, I forgive you. And allow your heart to really vibrate that sense of unity, that you are me, we are the same, we come from God, and to God we shall return.
And look at all of our differences as human beings. We come from all different countries, different cultures, different social economic status. We come from North America, South America, Australia, Europe,
India, Pakistan,
Eastern Europe, South Africa, Middle East, the Balkan nations, and all the various diaspora and islands on the planet. We are all, despite our differences, uniting in our heart frequency. So as you look at each other's heart, just emanate a DNA spiral out of your heart in both directions towards the circle. Emanate a DNA spiral, which is like a braid of light emanating out of your heart and going towards the person on your right, from your heart to their heart, and emanate one braid of light, two interweaving spirals, from your heart to the left towards the person on your left. So we're all holding a circle around the earth and interweaving our hearts together now. Just breathe into this for a few moments. Feel the beauty of this harmony.
And slowly the DNA spirals start to get bigger and bigger, connecting more hearts, creating a bigger, coherent field. My heart to your heart to my heart. And feel this ball of heart frequency getting bigger and brighter. It starts to spiral in the center of the circle. Does it have a color? Does it have a feeling?
And now we call upon our divine primordial archangels to create a Metatronic healing temple above us, above planet Earth. We call upon Archangel Sandalphon, Gabriel, Uriel, Archangel Shamuel, please be here with us,
Jeremiah,
Michael,
Sandalphon,
Raphael,
Metatron,
Christiel,
Uriel,
Zadkiel,
Haniel,
Yalahel.
calling upon Saint Germain,
Yeshua, Mother Mary, Isis,
calling upon the Great White Brotherhood of Light, Sisterhood of Light,
Order of Melchizedek, Sisterhood of the Rose,
calling in the founders from the 12th dimension to please join us today on this historic occasion where hundreds of Lightworkers are all gathered in unity on the planet in these very, very historic times where we are ready to forget about our differences. We are ready to drop our limiting beliefs. And we are ready to transmute all the pain that we have been through. Many of us are still going through. We're ready to transmute all of this and alchemize all of this into the glorious gold of the heart frequency where we are creators, even with all this pain. We are united, even with all these differences that the heart has, that the world, the matrix has inflicted upon us, religion, beliefs, your version of spirituality, my version of spirituality. We're dropping all of this now, beloved angels.
and we call upon God, Divine Mother, Divine Father, Prime Creator, the Creator of all that is, the multiverse, the Lord of Hosts.
We call upon the Karmic Council to to please come in and give us all a blessing this solstice, to reduce our karma, to help us clear off all of our karmic lessons with ease and grace. We activate 3 cones of light above. We activate 1 cone of light below, connecting our Metatronic healing temple to the highest heavens in the throne of God in the 12th dimension of light, and down to the ascended crystal of Mother Gaia, connected to all that is above of the light, all that is below of the light. And we set the intention that our temple is unreachable, undetectable, impenetrable by any forces not serving the light.
And we call upon God Prime Creator to now lower an infinite sun, a central sun from the throne of God. So imagine an enormous sun, the central sun of this universe, vibrating love, vibrating peace and harmony. It has a cool, glowing, silvery white frequency, and it descends upon our planet, above our temple. And the cooling, emanating effect of the sun dissolves all differences in our heart, dissolves all suffering and pain from our planet. So draw a ray of light from this sun and ask it to enter through your crown chakra now. So the sun is above us all and is now emanating its light into all of us Lightworkers. Absorb this with your in-breath into your crown and allow this light to permeate every single cell, every single particle of your body. Let it vibrate.
And think of it as a golden rain shower of the sun right above you. It's like someone just turned on the shower above you. The shower of sunlight. A golden rain shower. Yes, that starts to drizzle and sprinkle on your body. Absorb these solstice light blessings, light codes from the higher realms.
And these rays of light wash away your fear. See any dark spots in your chakras being melted away, washing away your pain, washing away your density, blessing you with financial abundance, blessing you with health, longevity, prosperity,
courage,
intuition,
creativity,
passion and desire.
Passion and desire activating inside our hearts now.
Forgiveness for each other. Love and compassion for all humanity. Humility, wisdom, leadership, groundedness and stability, forward momentum, divine support, angelic support, forgiveness for all of our forgiveness for all the times we forgot our divinity and acted disharmonious towards another or ourselves. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself, first of all, and forgive everyone who you are ready to forgive today. Forgiveness cannot be forced. Lighten your burden in your heart and realize, I am that I am. The divine in me honors the divine in you. We are the same source light in different bodies in different frequencies, but we all came here to flourish and to support each other in this beautiful journey we call life. And now allow this light to permeate into your heart. The light from the central sun is becoming stronger as it enters your crown. It washes away your sorrows, your difficulties, and any difficult situations in your life, whether it's disease or career or blocks. Any difficulty in your life, you can send this light towards them, towards family members. And then allow this light is becoming so full in my body that it's now overflowing out of my heart. So now allow this light to overflow out of your heart and go towards the planet. Start emanating this divine eternal sunlight towards the planet. And bring your attention to all the regions of the planet that need this light.
And it may help if you think of the earth as a giant globe or a sphere in the middle of our circle of Lightworkers. And all you're doing is letting your heart beam the energies that are coming through from the higher realms. Your heart is beaming this to all those who need it on the planet. All grieving mothers, all hungry children,
all those who need food, clothing, and shelter,
all who feel completely alone and isolated and abandoned,
the elderly and the sick,
all struggling and being inflicted upon war and bombs. Especially send those countries your love. And you might even see some of those countries have dark black energy or red energy. Tune in when you look at the earth. Where do you see the most? Do you see pink loving energy, or do you see more of the red energy of pain or the gray energy of density?
Especially send your heart's peace frequency into the Middle East, into all the areas of the world, into Ukraine, Lebanon, Palestine, Iran, North America, South America, Venezuela, Russia, Romania, Pakistan, India, Australia, England, Norway. You can send it to your own country. I'm not going to name all the 200 countries here, but you decide where this light needs to go. Germany, Holland, Spain, Poland, Malaysia, Indonesia, China.
And as it goes into all these different parts of the world, allow this pink cosmic heart energy to start permeating this fabric of reality. You have the power to do that. We have the power to do that. It starts touching every sentient being. It starts seeping through the grids of the land. It starts entering all the bodies of water. It starts engulfing the entire atmosphere. It starts making its way into every government, every politician. The force of love, the power of love today, we're bringing down, united, upon the entire planet. Take deep breaths and tune into your heart. Some of you may want to use your hands to send healing to earth, to wipe away its pain. You can do that. do whatever your heart guides you to do. Some of you may want to just energetically stroke the pain body of the planet and provide comfort, like the divine mother or father that you are.
And some of you who are ready can activate your angel wings and start washing planet Earth with your angel wings. And your angel wings are just removing all the war energy, economic strangulation, economic hardship that is being inflicted on certain nations and certain classes. We are praying for world peace, for leadership that truly represents the best interests of humanity. We are praying for humanity to grow up beyond greed so that we can start seeing the commonalities and how we can collaborate to create a peaceful planet. We pray for the end of all struggle, separation, lack. We pray for humane treatment of all plants, animals, sentient beings, humane treatments for all humans, sending our love and light to all those in prison, especially those who've been imprisoned unjustly, who are being held in captivity, all the freedom fighters, all the people of light who are being subdued in any way. We are sending our light to those who are disabled, who are sick, who need this frequency, this connection with God. We are sending it to every single insect, plant, animals that are being mishandled, mistreated in mass loosh farming. We're sending this to all the homeless. We're sending this to those who are blocked in their heart, those who are still stuck in greed and power dynamics. And we're especially sending this light to those who are keep the minority of humans who are keeping the rest of humanity in a chokehold. We're sending this unconditional love and compassion to loosen up your hearts so that you see beyond your selfish bubble and you can see that it is so easy for all of us to flourish and create heaven on earth beyond what we can imagine, beyond what you can achieve alone. There is a greater future waiting for us when we unite our intentions and our goals and our purpose and begin to see past our differences. Sending prayers for humanity to wake up, to mature emotionally as well as mentally as well as spiritually, for God to make this path easy for us, to help us remember our divine potentials, to help remove all the blocks and the wounds from our hearts, from all the past epochs of time where Earth still carries pain, to help humanity to make this release of pain more humane and more gentle for us so we don't have to suffer. Please ease our suffering, angels. Please ease our suffering, divine source. May humanity be kind and compassionate towards ourselves and to each other.
You may want to take a moment to just add your own intention in your own space for yourself and for the planet. So we'll take 1 minute of silence as you do that. Don't forget to pray for yourself. It is your divine birthright to do so.
And as you see red and black pockets of darkness around certain countries, as you beam your light from your heart towards those pockets, allow that light to be melted and lifted away into the God source. Allow it to be transmuted into love, and your visualization actually makes it so. So melt the darkness with your light.
And as you do so, let's take a minute of silence and just say any prayers for yourself, prayers for the planet, as you do this final bit of healing on this powerful solstice day. And make sure you're doing it from the depths of your heart. It is done, it is done, it is done. May all of this be done for the highest good of humanity, for the highest good of the ascension of planet Earth, for the highest good of all timeline options that are being presented, that we are being allowed to access for planet Earth. And may all of our collective intentions and our collective healing bring about the heaven on earth in the most beautiful, most harmonic, gentle, smooth, glorious manner for all of us. We thank the angels. We thank all the councils. We thank our beloved ancestors of the light. We thank upon our beautiful God, Divine Mother, Divine Father, for all that you do for us, even when we don't even realize it. For how you have never abandoned us. Through the other side of the veil, we feel you. We feel your love. We feel your blessings in the most unexpected ways. And today, on behalf of all of us, I extend our heartfelt gratitude. Please forgive us for our ungratitude. Please forgive us for our ignorance. Please forgive us for forgetting how blessed we are. We ask for more guides to guide us on our path. We ask for more resources to walk our path, beloved God. Please send us all the resources that we need to make ourselves and this world a better place. Ehye Asher Ehye. Ehye Asher Ehye. Ehye Asher Ehye. So just allowing this magic to vibrate in every single one of your cells as you slowly start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Bring a hint of a smile to your gorgeous lips. Bring a hint of a smile to your gorgeous, precious heart that is starting to bloom like the beautiful flower that it is. It is safe. It is safe to bloom. And as you gently come back to this reality, open your eyes as the suns and the stars that you are. Start to look at your life from this higher awareness of God's light shining through your body. And when you open your eyes, let's look at each other like the gods that we are. Gently open your eyes. Welcome back, everybody.
Slowly come into your body. And
let us know what you guys saw in the healing. Let us know. Yolanda says, I released so much that I started crying. Thank you for this beautiful and pure meditation and prayer. Jahan says, thank you and bless you all. Did you guys see the healing? Merlin says, I'm in tears. Thank you so much. That was extremely powerful. Willake says, wow, EldoRa, you are the sun now. Oh, that's very sweet. I'm just sitting in the right spot at the right time. I have a sunroof above me.
EldoRa's illuminated.
So are you. So the phase of illumination is actually a very real phase on your ascension, just so you guys know. You get to a certain point where you are illuminated as the sun that you are. Uliana says, wow, EldoRa, yes, tears. That was beautiful. Thank you, powerful. I'm missing a lot of your comments, but thank you guys for doing this with us. We have a very powerful announcement to make. Our Metatronic Healers Academy registrations are now open. We wanted to open it up on Solstice. And there's something, yes, somebody says Atlantis is coming back. Karen says, my body is buzzing. Thank you for your time. Thank you for blessing everyone in the earth with more. Oh, I love this. I cried throughout. Beautiful. So on Solstice, we wanted to let you all know that the Metatronic Healers Academy is wide open. And we have a very special bonus for you this Solstice. I'll let you know that in a second. But Metatronic Healers Academy is a gift that we feel it's the gift of the higher realms. We are just channels. We're just conduits of it. Metatronic quantum healing is a healing modality that we have been gifted over the last 10 years directly by our mentor, Archangel Metatron, who taught us how to heal ourselves fully from the inside out through this modality. It's the most comprehensive, the most full modality we've ever experienced, and this is our gift to humanity. When Siman and I leave this planet, when we ascend out of the planet, we know what we're here to do. We're here to teach you the ways of the heart. We're here to gift you this modality so that you can heal yourself and all your clients and your family and others. And we're here to write a book and teach you all the codes of the heart, all the codes that we're here to teach you with. And pretty much that is why we're on earth. And once we're done that, our soul mission, that part of the soul mission is done. So for those of you interested, you can actually, I'll give you the website in a bit, but we have a very special offer. So right now, you get $444 off if you register before August 10th. So just before Lionsgate, you have all the time till Lionsgate to register to become a healer. This is going to challenge you to get out of your comfort zone. This is going to challenge you to become the best version of yourself. This is going to challenge your fears, and yes, your family may lose resonance with you because you'll be a new person. And many people don't want that. They want to stay stuck. But we're giving you permission to allow yourself to open yourself up to this metamorphosis that is waiting for you. This metamorphosis that you can do anything, you can create anything, you can be anything. And by doing that, you become the models for your children, not by staying stuck. By evolving, you become the models for your children. By evolving, you become the models for your spouse to say, hey, look at what's possible. Instead of being the moon yourself, instead of trying to be like everyone else, like the moon yourself, you're being given the opportunity to become the sun. It's an 8-week training. It starts in January of 2027, which is coming up in 6 months. And the special offer is, we had a very special bonus for those who are on our wait list of Metatronic Healers Academy. We have 380 people on the wait list. And we have a special offer just for waitlist that we're opening up to all of you as a solstice gift. And that offer is that if you get on this path and if you register before the 28th of this month, it's the 21st of June today, if you register before the 28th of June, you receive the same $444 discount that's on the website, but you also receive, just like our waitlist, one of our best masterclasses for free, and that is the Psychic Protection Masterclass. It is a beast masterclass. It is one of the most powerful masterclasses we've ever recorded. It's going to teach you how to harmonize your energy field, how to clear your house, the house warding procedures. It's going to teach you the ins and outs of psychic protection. It's going to teach you the ins and outs of how to manage negative energy around you and how to clear your chakras. It's going to teach you cord cutting, how all these cords are stuck to your chakra. It's going to teach you how you can protect your house and your car and your assets. So the psychic protection is a 6-module class. We recommend you do 1 module every few weeks. And some of the things people are saying to us, and you can see it on the page, on our psychic protection page, people are literally saying, we cannot believe this is not taught in schools. We cannot believe I waited 40 years to learn this. We cannot believe how addicted we are to this master class. Once you do the first class, you can't stop. You're like ready to get the next class. So it's a very engaging class. And even though it's not on the website, anybody who buys or registers this training, this is the biggest investment you can make in yourself right now. Because learning to heal yourself is going to open up all the realities that are waiting for you. Healing is the first step. Healing transforms your reality. It forces you to evolve out of your comfort zone. So for anybody who goes on the website, even if you're not on the waiting list, as long as you register before the 28th of June, you receive the Psychic Protection class, which is valued at $888 on our website for free. And the website to register is www.ens.love. ens.love, and you will see the Metatronic Healers Academy
and
banner
it's also
there.
in the description of this YouTube and Facebook.
Christine said, I love that. I saw the dragons circling the globe. They bring powerful, loving energy. They wish to be a part of the healing process for Mother Earth. Yes, we work with 12D dragons, and we are becoming dragons, you guys. We're becoming dragon consciousness. That's where I see the human being evolving in the next 200 to 300 years. MHA is the most important thing I've ever done. Beautiful Joanne, love to hear that.
Somebody asked, what if you're already a healer?
Very good question.
Well, Metatronic Healers Academy works in complement to any other healing modality that you have. For example, if you're a Reiki healer or you already have some other quantum healing that you've learned.
Like body talk.
You can actually complement that with the new skills that you bring with Metatronic Healers. And it will actually add a couple of new dimensions to your healing modality, because the depth with which we go into in Metatronic healing, actually we've explored many healing modalities, and what we've received from Metatronic healing is unmatched. The level of depth of shadow work that it can allow for you to skyrocket your ascension, as well as the breakthroughs that you can provide for your clients, it's literally unmatched. I haven't seen it in any other modality. So it works very well with whatever you practice already, and it can make you a lot more powerful.
One of our healers who was already seeing clients, she joined our last batch of Metatronic healers earlier this year. And it's on our website. You can actually look at it on the Metatronic website, which is ens.love. You'll see the Metatronic website, you click on it. But she literally says that, wow, after doing MHA, my remote healing abilities, my healing abilities, everything's just skyrocketed tenfold. And this is going to happen because we work with the Metatronic Temple. We work directly. So there's like a lot of benefits to increasing your healing. You don't have to stay stuck with a modality that only does one aspect of healing. Metatronic quantum healing is fully all-inclusive. It's completely comprehensive. It's the A to Z of healing. It involves everything from entity healing to shadow healing to trauma healing to activating your heart, to activating or healing your fragmented inner child, to bringing back aspects of your soul that have been lost. Literally week after week after week, this healing is going to be a direct class with us. And you're going to be activating at such a fast level because you're also going to be doing partner exercises live in class with us watching your partner, giving you guys like live feedback. So it's like a very fun, like when I think of MHA, I think of it as the most fun 8 weeks you can ever have. Suddenly you meet a new community.
It's like an ascension vortex. We fast forward our ascension and our evolution in 8 weeks, and by the end people are amazed by the results.
Inka, one of our healers, says you can heal animals too with MHA. Yes, Inka. Dilara, one of our other Metatronic healers, says MQH is what I've been missing many years as a Reiki healer. Thank you, Dilara. It's so lovely having you. Raphael, who's also a Metatronic healer, says I use MHA, which is Metatronic Healers Academy. I use MHA in spiritual regression sessions. It brings everything to the next level. Beautiful shares, you guys. Inka says I use the Metatronic Temple when I do reflexology. I love that.
And the Metatronic Temple that we created today, if you start your day with that temple, you can just watch the replay and reproduce it. Basically, set the intentions by bringing in God and the angels and start your day, or before you start your work. It'll clear your energy and it'll amp up your creativity and your clarity
like
to the next level.
100-fold.
Yeah.
We do that every day.
So you'll literally start channeling your higher self in your business and your work just by creating a temple.
And you know, that's the interesting thing. Many people who come to us, many of our students say, we didn't think we could see. We didn't think we're healers. We didn't think we could do this, but we're waiting for our soul mission. What if I said that my definition of my soul mission is anything that helps me evolve to the max and helps me open up my abundance channels to the max and helps me step up as a powerful leader and business owner. Do you guys know that one of the keys of the ascension is for you to take back your sovereignty from the matrix? You have to take back the keys that you've given away to your job, like Siman and I have done. He was a software programmer, I was an executive assistant, business owner. We took it back, and now we're saying we're holding the keys to our own abundance. We have the keys. So so that's what it means to become the suns and not be the moons. You have to take back the controls. And once again, the website, I'm so excited to see you guys in class. We're going to have an amazing, amazing group. It's going to be 8 consecutive Saturdays this January. It starts, I don't remember the dates, but it's 8 Saturdays back to back going through January and February. And the classes are about 8 hours. It's a full day with an hour-and-a-half lunch break. And the morning is when we teach you the techniques. And the afternoon is the fun part where you practice the techniques every week in a 1-hour healing that you give to your partner and a 1-hour healing that you receive from your partner. And this is like what people love the most. They're like, holy shit, we just did that. We did something we didn't know. So Leia says, with Metatronic healing, I have now everything to navigate life. Thank you. That's beautiful. Yes. So that was a beautiful solstice. Thank you all for watching. We're so excited to all be connected in the hearts like this. And 5D Ascension University is in full swing. We're going to bring a lot of heart-based teachings because that's our divine mission. God is saying, activate the next wave of Lightworkers. It's time. It is time. So don't play small, you guys. Don't live in the confines of your limitations. Don't live in the confines of your limitations of your mind. Anything is possible. And you can say out loud, I am possible. I am possible. I am that I am. I am the sun. I am a creator God. I can do anything I set my mind to. I can change my reality. It's like a video game. I just have to press one channel, change the channel, my reality shifts. But for that, I have to follow the steps. I follow my passion. I listen to my heart. The heart is getting excited, but the mind will come in and say no. The mind puts a control over the heart, and now we're saying no, we're letting the heart lead. We're no longer staying stuck in the confines of our limitations. It was so incredible connecting with you all. Thank you, beautiful souls. Love you all.
Happy solstice, you guys.
Enjoy
Thank
solstice.
you for being with us.
We're going to the park now to just get some sun and meditate.
Yeah.
Are we going to the park?
Mm-hmm.
My God. Park time is our favorite time. Bye, everybody.
Take care.
Thank you. Thank you for being with us.